What if everything we think we know about billionaires, hard-working visionaries, job creators, dream chasers is only half the story? What if the very traits that build unimaginable wealth also warp the minds behind it, and in ways that reach far beyond the billionaire bubble? Today, you're about to see wealth not through the surface glamour, but through a lens that reveals the habits most people never talk about. This isn't rumor, it's what research, psychology, and years of social study have started to show about extreme wealth and the humans who hold it. 1. Isolation at the top, the luxury bubble. As soon as someone joins the billionaire class, life changes in ways most people can't even imagine. The world of the ultra-wealthy is a world apart. Private jets, gated communities, entourages paid to protect their image. Psychologists describe this as a bubble, a social environment where too many people tell you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. That isolation isn't just physical. It can dull emotional responsiveness and lead to decision-making that's detached from how normal people actually live. Speculation based on observed social dynamics, and when someone loses touch with daily life and the struggles of most people, empathy doesn't just lag, it atrophies because it's never exercised. 2. Selfishness and ethical erosion, a wealth paradox. Money changes more than lifestyles. It changes behavior. Psychological research has found that reminders of wealth can increase unethical behavior even when no extra resources are available. In studies, people surrounded by symbols of wealth cheated more often and showed less concern for fairness than those in less affluent settings. Wealth doesn't just provide comfort, it can make self-interest feel like the only interest. People who feel wealthy often act in ways that benefit themselves first, even when they believe they're doing the right thing. 3. Greed, dressed as ambition. There's a thin line between ambition and greed, and research shows it's easier to slide over than most of us think. Some psychological theories link the pursuit of endless accumulation to what scientists call the dispositional greed trait, an insatiable hunt for more. People high in this trait feel unsatisfied no matter how much they have, and they take bigger risks and focus relentlessly on growth above all else. It's not just about having wealth, it's about wanting ever more, often at the expense of ethics, balance, or community values. 4. The empathy drop. How wealth distorts connection studies have shown that as people climb the economic ladder, their ability to read others' emotions and act empathetically declines. Wealth can warp perception, making interpersonal cues seem less relevant or urgent. Empathy isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a neurological link that builds trust, cooperation, and mutual understanding between people. When it wanes, relationships grow transactional, and the wealthy can start to view others as resources rather than humans. 5. Mental health behind the velvet rope. We tend to assume that wealth protects us from anxiety, depression, and emotional pain, but the evidence says something very different. High income and extreme wealth are paradoxically linked with higher instances of anxiety, depression, and even burnout, partly because wealth creates intense pressure to maintain or grow one's status. Plus, many ultra-wealthy people grow up in environments where emotional connections are secondary to success, causing deeper issues like loneliness, identity crises, and isolation. In short, money can buy comfort, but it can't buy fulfillment, and sometimes it undermines it. 6. Self-serving behavior ripples through society. It turns out that the behavior of the wealthy doesn't just affect them, it affects everyone else too. Experimental evidence shows that when people learn that wealthy individuals behave selfishly, it actually reduces prosocial behavior among others. That means the wealthy can unintentionally encourage selfishness across society, not just through policy or economics, but through social norms and expectations. In essence, when those at the top act in self-serving ways, everyone around them starts following suit. 7. Environmental impact. Wealth's hidden footprint. Big wealth often comes with huge consumption. Studies show that affluent lifestyles, private jets, mega yachts, sprawling estates, contribute disproportionately to carbon emissions. The richest segments of society are linked with much larger carbon footprints and environmental impact than average citizens. Contradictions often emerge. Wealthy people may support climate policies in principle, yet resist lifestyle sacrifices that would significantly cut emissions. So, while they talk about change, the impact of their habits paints a different picture. 8. power, influence, and the bigger picture above everything. Money brings power, and with power comes influence over politics, culture, and entire industries. When few people hold most of the wealth, they also have a disproportionate influence on public policy, media narratives, and economic priorities. That concentration doesn't just shape markets, it shapes society. This isn't about vilifying individuals, it's about understanding how systems built around extreme wealth inevitably concentrate control. So, what have we uncovered? Extreme wealth isn't just about luxury, it's a force that can reshape psychology, reshape behavior, and reshape society. Empathy can fade, ethical boundaries can blur, and self-interest can seem like the default mode of operation. Ultimately, these habits aren't always a reflection of character alone. They're shaped by the environment, pressures, and systems that surround extreme wealth. But here's the question that should linger after this video. Does wealth reveal the worst parts of human nature? Or does it create them? Before you decide, drop a comment with your thoughts. What habits surprised you the most? And if we want wealth to be a force for good, what habits do we think billionaires should unlearn first? If you found this eye-opening, give this video a like, share it with someone curious about how money shapes our world, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives like this.